Welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here to do, yes, a TV season review on the Movie Throne. I know it's been a while since I last did one. I think the last TV season review I did was, I think I posted a Game of Thrones, but it was actually The Mandalorian. So whenever I have a chance to kind of like watch a season and at the end of it, because I'm not going to do it as I'm watching the damn thing, because there's too many videos to do. Gonna watch the whole entire season, and if I felt that it's a must-see, or like I think it's a must-see, that in my own opinion for you guys to check out, I'm gonna do it. And in this case, I did find one. I'm not the biggest Star Trek fan, but what am I talking about? I'm talking about Star Trek Picard. Holy shit, it started in January and it literally finished March 23rd. Up here in Canada, we catch it on CTV, Sci-Fi Channel. I don't even know what the hell it's called, but I'm lucky it's on CBS. That's where you're going to find it, guys. It stars, well, this is, like always, I'm going to do a little bit of a non-spoiler, which is going to pretty much be that much short. Let's say 2 minutes long, not that long. I'm going to go through the actors that are in it, talk about some cool things, and then get into some spoilers, because I'm going to probably focus more on the final episode, so there will be spoilers after, but be warned, I'm not going to ruin it like the beginning. But I will after. You'll see the spoiler on the screen. Okay, so the main cast, guys. Patrick Stewart, he's coming back as Picard. You have Alison, who plays this doctor kind of spy that basically gets something injected by one of the douchebag Commodores, like the big guys above Picard. She has a lot to do with the storyline of the whole, or the entire plot of the full first season, and why Picard's getting involved with this girl. Briones, who plays Soji, that's the girl that I mentioned, that Picard ends up confronting her twin, and then shit goes down, let's just say that. The adventure begins, let's say that. Hurd as Raffi, one of his old friends. Santiago Cabrera, he plays Rios. He works with a whole bunch of Starfleet guys, unofficially flying his own ship, let's just say that. Secret missions, let's just say that. Harry Treadaway, he plays Narek. He's, I think, the kind of like the Romulan spy. Evagora as Elnor. Peyton as Lieutenant Rizzo. Tamlyn Tomita as Commodore. That's the bitch that I can't stand, but be warned, you have to have a villain in every story, which is pretty cool. You have Jeri Ryan. Yes, she's in it. Deep Space Nine. 7 of 9 in this one. She does show up. So do other actors. K-Bess as La Serena. She's the computer. I don't know what the hell, the voice or something. I couldn't even tell you. Jonathon Frakes. Yes, he's in it. So be happy. You got Riker. William Riker is in it. Brent Spiner, Data, depending on how you say it. You have Jamie McShane as Zaban. You have Orla Brady as Laris. Rebecca Wisocky, I can't even pronounce half of these names, as Ramda, I think her name is. Jonathon Frakes, I mentioned to you. Jade Ramsey Arcana. Nikita Ramsey as Saga. That's the baddie of the whole thing. I think it's her twin to Soji's that's kind of corrupt. Has other plans, let's just say that. And Maria Sirtis as Deanna Troi. Counselor Deanna Troi, but it's just Deanna Troi here. So where do I start, guys? Well, the reason why you have to watch this is because of the actors I just mentioned. All the actors that came back, these guys, the Star Trek universe did it well. You didn't bring guys back just to have cameos and not to suit the plot in any way or move it forward. Not like that whole fucking, CW, whatever you want to call it there. Jesus, I got so mad I got from the whole Crisis on Infinite Earths garbage. None of that. 10 episodes, about an hour and 18 minutes long each one, so they are a little bit longer. No commercials, which is great. Wasn't bored at all watching them, especially the last 2 episodes, and those are the 2 main ones that you're glued to your seat. Amazing roller coaster ride. The ending, it ends well, let's just say that, and it allows it to continue if there's going to be a second season, which I think there will be, because I can only imagine CBS's ratings go right through the roof. Storyline's great. Has a little bit of the Borg in it. They have close ties. The Romulans, of course. If you don't have those guys, what else do you have in this damn thing? Data apparently is intertwined with the plot that it's somehow connected to him. Let's just say that. I can't really get into too many details without spoiling. You have the twin sisters, one dies and one survives, and the Romulans are using the other one trying to get information because they're preventing something, some big event, cataclysm event happening at the end. So this forces the one twin who ends up leaving to go to Picard, and something goes down there. Then Picard ends up bumping into the other sister, and then their journey begins. And it's like up and down roller coaster rides. He's going down memory lane. He ends up going to this planet where Deanna Troi and William Riker are kind of retired themselves, because this story picks up, guys, I would say maybe 10 years after Picard retired from Starfleet. You know, he is an admiral and stuff. He is regarded, and kind of some people don't like him. I don't know, for some reason, because they think he got special privileges and all that shit. Honors that he shouldn't got based on what went down, I guess, the last couple of movies that he was involved in. But pretty cool. They tie everything up well at the end of what goes down in season 1. Like I said, emotional roller coaster rides. Like, even I shaded a tear at the end. Like I said, if you're connected to Captain Jean-Luc Picard, you'll know exactly what I mean near the end. And it's a couple of surprises that you didn't expect them to show up, but they showed up to kind of have his back in a sense. I'll leave it at that. And the person who kind of started this all the plot that's been around, like Data, yeah, he kind of comes around near the end. Let's say that, and I'll leave it at that, based on something, and it kind of reveals what's the story and, you know, where they're going to be heading in the next thing. So there you go. That's my non-spoiler. Spoilers! Put that spoiler up. My God, from the beginning this show started, 10 episodes of madness. Amazing. It's Star Trek, but it's not Star Trek. It's modern day times. There was, I think, out of the whole entire run of 10 episodes, maybe 1, maybe 2 episodes were kind of so-so. They were just kind of whatever. Let's just have fun with it, right? It's cool. It kind of connects Data and kind of like the artificial intelligences, like what can go on right now, that the half machines or whatever can take over and kind of destroy the world and take over because of the way they've been treated and shit. It's pretty cool. 2 twin sisters connected to the Borg somehow, get information. They think that one's going to be like kind of like the Destroyer. Felt like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. there, but whatever. That they can bring doom to the world. But, of course, in Picard fashion, gets involved. And then, of course, he slowly drags old familiar friends and friends like Raffi, who worked with him in the past. I guess she was a part of Starfleet with him, and shit went down, obviously. And kind of, you know, made it more personable. Let's just say that. There's this young Romulan mix of a human thing. I don't know. I think it was the kid. There's a kid who he sees at the beginning that he visits once in a while, which I think it's maybe his kid, but I don't want to say it for sure. That's what I kind of got from it. He's kind of growing up now, and he's kind of like a samurai guy. That's the way I can describe it to you guys without going into too much details. That he's like a father figure to this kid. So I don't know if it is his kid and he had it with someone and he left him there just to be raised, you know, in a safe environment and not kind of be in trouble and live a normal life, which is kind of cruel in a way, but you can understand why Picard did it. He bumps into old familiar faces as he gets the first girl he meets, the twin. She ends up getting killed, you know. You have the Commodores who are planting this. There's this chick that ends up going with Picard later that he thinks is cool. It's a doctor. I think her name is Agnes or some shit like that. And she has some sort of thing in her brain that they keep on following where they're jumping to in order to get to this planet. Because obviously they want to home in on where these artificial intelligent people or races so they can destroy it because they're worried about that. They're paranoid as hell, right? Kind of reminds you of someone in the States, huh? Anyways. So Picard wants to help this girl. She ends up finding her people eventually. They bump into Will Riker. I can't even pronounce it. William Riker, which is, you know, come on. Will, his number 2, as they say if you guys are a Star Trek Generation fan. Deanna Troi with their kid. They had a loss there and whatever. You can figure that out yourself. Good memories, you know. Whatever people popped up, there was a reason. There's even 7 of 9 from Deep Space Nine, that Borg chick. If you guys are big Trekkies, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. She showed up, but it wasn't just like what they did in Crisis, like, here, let's just drop things just so it can be cool or do fan service. It served the plot of the whole entire first season. Amazing flow. The final 2 episodes, phenomenal. They're good. Like, they're well written. Especially the last one felt like a movie to me more than anything. I don't know. Maybe because I like Patrick Stewart. I don't know. That's my connection to him. But it came full circle. Roller coaster of rides. The finale is phenomenal. Like, it's good. It's 100... Well, it's an hour and 18 minutes, but it's good. Crazy. Like, I'm telling you, up and down. The episode before the finale, those people that you wanted to help turn on him, they throw him in jail, but then he gets busted out by some friends. So they do so. The doctor actually turns out to be a good person, even though she did a whole bunch of crazy shit. Let's just say that. Picard's dying. That's another thing, too. They reveal, like, an episode or 2 before. He's dying. His time is pretty much up. He knows it. He just wants to do one last good thing and prevent shit from going down. So he helps this chick, Soji, that he meets, that he befriends, that he's got a close relationship with her. And, you know, she's trying to get used to people like data, whatever you want to call them. They're all connected to him. Like, there's the brother who created them, and they're surviving. Like, they look like normal people. Let's just say they're advanced to beyond the level that Data ever could get to, but he did. Spoilers, so you guys know it. Picard dies in this damn thing, man. It was a heartbreak. He did what he did. As he's confronting the 218 Romulans in space there with only 18 of theirs and just him there and pulling out tricks out of his ass, let's just say that. Who shows up? Riker with the whole Federation there. Holy shit, it was like a oh my god moment. Like, you thought he would show up, but you didn't expect it, and when he did, you're like, shit, yeah. It came down to that. And of course he goes, give me a reason for us to attack you. Like, I'm telling you, it was so damn good. And then he convinces Soji to close this portal that was going to bring more of these things like them to attack and basically wage, who knows, World War 20. I don't know what the hell, how many wars they've had in the Federation and all that shit in Starfleet or Star Trek universe. I have no clue. Like I said, I'm an occasional fan. You guys will probably get a kick out of it, you know? I'm curious to see what you guys think. Did you actually like what the hell you guys were watching? Did you like it? Because I didn't like Discovery myself. This one is down 100%. They got the right people, right mix, good story, well written, man. The finale is great. He dies, and while he's in this catatonic state or whatever, because basically his memories get transferred from the body that he died into that, the same way that the other people were able to do so and kind of live for longer, but he ends up getting in the same body, same everything, just, you know, he gets, I guess, 5 or 10 years extra instead of dying like he did because of that whole implants from being a Locutus, I think, from the Borg, if anything. It's pretty cool how they tied all that shit in, and even with the Data situation that Data had, you know, he comes back to him, that's the ending part. He comes back to him, has a nice little chat there. He goes, before you go back. And he goes, what do you mean go back? Because Data was mentioning something, it was a big simulation or some shit. So I guess as his brain was processing itself, saying, hey, listen, you're dead, you're not dead, and kind of going into the new host body, he's having this conversation with Data. And Data basically asks him, for what I'm going to be doing this for you and shit like that, I want to die. He wants to feel more human. He wants to have the ability to die. And the way they kept Data alive and all his memories and all that shit was they put his memories on chips or something into memory bank in a CPU. And basically when Picard went on the other side, he kept his promise. He pulls him out and he dies. And everybody's happy. He's all back. And the last scene of the episode or the season finale is them going on the ship, all getting ready to leave. And of course he does it. The captain of the ship, Rios, goes, Admiral, and he looks at him, engage, and then they just, boom, blitz right off the screen, and that was it. So it left it open if they're going to do a season 2, which if they do, I'm down for it, man. I loved it. I don't know, guys. So that's my TV season review on season 1 of Star Trek Picard. Overall, I loved it. That's why I'm doing this video here, so I can recommend it to you guys. So I don't know. You guys let me know if you guys seen it. If you haven't seen it, come back in the comment sections, give me your thoughts. I would love to read what you have to say. Did you like it? Did you like it better than Discovery? Did you want a season 2? Should I just leave it? I don't know. You know, there's like some episodes felt like movie quality to me, especially the last one. Some were just, you could tell, it was just glorified TV, just like the last Star Trek with Chris Pine and shit. Everybody's crying that, oh my god, that looked more of a glorified TV series show or something than it did. Kind of felt like that, similar in nature and feel for me personally, you know. But overall, I highly recommend it. So there you go, guys. There is my TV season review right here on the Movie Throne. Check out my other videos that I've posted. There's Twisted that just went up. There's the podcast, so check that out as well. And most importantly, stay off the King's Throne, and I will see you next week right here on YouTube, and next week for a brand new episode of the Movie Throne podcast. Take it easy, guys.